accomplishing out here. So first off, where did you grow up, and were you always like that funny dude with your friends and peers?
I've been meaning to ask them for the longest. Because I don't know. I really don't know if these niggas thought I was funny. I have no idea. Because I wasn't a class clown. I grew up the middle of 7 kids from 2 strict parents who were poor, and they didn't have time to be answering no calls from teachers or to be coming up to the school and getting you. Like, if my parents had to come to school to get me in the middle of the day, that was my last day at school.
Right
that
on.
was it. I don't know how you're going to get back, son. I have no idea how you're going to get back. I'm only had 1 trip. Like, nah, they didn't play like that. So I didn't, my humor was I always think my humor was a little bit weird, man. It's a little bit weird.
Why do you say that? And what city were you in coming up?
I was in Concord, North Carolina, right outside of Charlotte, man. My sense of humor was always a little weird. Cause kids, like, when they would roast, they'd be like, "You fat head, oh, you big head." Well, I was never that guy. I'd be like, "Man, I get to eat dinner with my dad. How about you?" I'm that dude, right? Like,
right.
so
Straight up.
my humor was always a little different. It was always, I think people were like, "Hey, man, he's trying to hurt me, or is this a joke, or is this real?" Like, I think my sense of humor just didn't register with my age group for a long time. And then we got older, and I think everybody caught up.
Now, you know what? People used to say that about me, and that's why I don't actually roast people. Like, that's why you've never seen me on roast battle or anything like that, because, you know, people be like, "Justin, you just hurting people's feelings," and I'm like, it's like, "Oh well, I'm going for the juggler. Fuck them, you know, shit. Your daddy ain't shit. Your mama a whore. You know,
like, why'd you have to say that about his family? He talked about my shirt,
right?
So my shirt doesn't mean anything to you guys. That was me. Like, I thought that was equal. Y'all didn't think that was equal?
Straight up.
They like, "Ryan, your shoe's ugly. Your kid is ugly. I saw all the baby pictures. Your baby looked terrible."
Right.
Like, Ryan, why would you say that? Because they said they didn't like my shoes.
Hey, man, you can't talk about a man's shoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And see, I grew up, I didn't have no Jordans growing up. Man, I didn't get Jordans until I was the star of Rush Hour. That's when I was like, I finally feel comfortable to spend my money on some Jordans. Show you how frugal I am with my money.
Right. I didn't buy Jordans to my first tour. I couldn't buy. Wasn't none of that. Now I got so many pairs of Jordans, Air Force Ones, and Tims. You would think somebody told me I would never have them. I was like, it's too much, bro. It's too much. But, you know, we live, or have you made it past that? And you're like buying the stuff that you could never have, and that, is it out your system yet? I think it's out of mine.
Yeah.
It took longer than I thought.
All I really wanted was, I guess, I bought some J's, and that's really about it, man. The only thing I really spend my money on now is like property. That's that's kind of like what I'm spending my money. So the house I got out here, that's property. You know, I'm looking into getting something else out here. But yeah, man, that's the only thing. And the only other big money I've spent, like when they say like, what you spent your money on when you got some money, it really was IG ads for my music. You know what I'm saying? Like promoting my music. That's really all I really spent my money on.
I spent money on promoting shows and food.
Straight up.
that was
straight up though. Because people don't know the importance of promoting, man. It's almost like a lost art that people don't really realize.
You listen, once you get money, you realize the easiest way to make money is to spend money.
Straight up.
So that's what, you know, whether you learn how to use your money to do it, or if you get really good at it and learn how to use other people's money to do it, that's the name of the game, man. You learn financial literacy is definitely a lost in our community, man. We don't know nothing about it. The rappers rap about everything but how to keep money.
Most of them
spin it.
Yeah, that's all they rap about. They literally, none of them ever like talked about it till like Hollywood Divorce when 3 Stacks was like, promise me you'll invest 3/4 of it all. So what? So your kids can have some cheese.
Shout out
But
to
look, by the
Andre.
time he rapped that, he had been famous 20 years.
Right.
Like,
All right. You gonna
you
get
know,
the game when he getting out the game.
right. And now you tell me that, Andre? Like after I done seen you with buffalo fur pants and
Right. Buffalo fur. Nigga had alpaca sweaters.
yeah.
When did you learn financial literacy?
Whenever my homegirl was like my accountant was like, nigga, where your money go?
Damn.
And I was like, oh, that's a good question. I should probably start keeping track of that, shouldn't I? Matter of fact, I'll let you keep track of that if you want to. She was
Right.
like, I have to, because I think you're gonna die. I think you're
gonna lose all your shit.
Yeah, I don't think you know how to take care of yourself. I was like,
she was concerned.
nigga, how do you go from hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars but still have a check to check mentality? That is incredible, dog. It was incredible. I couldn't get out of it. It's a trap.
It is a trap, bro.